Hello there, it's the Archivist from tradingcardarchives.com, and today we're going to look at another box of Kayou Hero Battle. But we're going to do something maybe a little bit different. Rather than looking at a high-end box like we usually do, and those are a lot of fun because you get a lot of good cards, right? We're actually going to look at the lowest end box that they make. This is the B box, and this is the equivalent of a 2 yuan box, so it's going to have 30 packs. Yeah, so 30 packs with 6 cards each. And we're going to open all of them. So we're going to open this entire box. And the idea is to kind of get a sense of what you can get in one of these, because we've opened quite a few of the 5 yuan boxes. We've opened some 10 yuan boxes. So we know what's in those. But I've never opened all the way through a low end box like this. So we're going to find out, how many SSRs, do we get any URs? Is there anything higher than UR in here? I really don't know. And then the other thing that's interesting about this is the Series 1 box. So this is pretty old, but I managed to find one, and very, very cheap still too. But yeah, this what's special about this is how you can kind of see on the cover here, but it uses movie art. So this uses art from the Avengers 4 movie, instead of like all the other sets use comic book art, which I actually really like the comic book art quite a bit better. But these are kind of interesting cards too. You'll see they do a pretty good job, I think. So before we open that though, I want to show you my top 2 cards of the day. And then I'm going to move them off the table so we can get some more room. These both came from a brand new set from Kayou, actually. And this is Chinese shadow puppets. So it's a set that's kind of celebrating the art form of shadow puppetry. And within the set are a bunch of very special cards. So my second place card is this beautiful dragon here. And it's numbered to 466, which, numbered cards are always fun. But this one is definitely the star. So this is the reason you want the set, is to get this card. This is kind of the best card in it. This is a cut relic from an actual shadow puppet. So you can see the dragon's claw here. This is from one of the scenery elements, and it's that claw right there. You can see it right there. And also it's numbered to 133. So this is a pretty low numbered card for Kayou, and very special. So I'm going to go ahead and move these off the table though, because I need a lot of room for what we're going to be doing next here. Let's get the wrapping off of this. Oh, wow, it's just kind of, I've never seen that before. It all just kind of exploded. Yeah, theoretically you can get as high as an MR, I guess, in this box. I doubt there will be CRs in here. But who knows? It always could happen. But yeah, there's the box. This again is a very low-end retail-focused box. So this was intended to be sold, right inside a grocery store or something, directly to people shopping there, and they would come and just grab, one pack at a time from it. Rather than, like what I'm going to do today is really not the intended purpose of a box like this. And you're going to see why, because we're going to be just swimming in duplicates by the end of it. What's kind of cool though is there are, I guess, 2 different pack designs. I didn't know that. Interesting, but these are 2 yuan packs, so they're going to have, not as good of cards in them. A lot of rares, a lot of SRs, very few SSRs. Like the big hits in the packs are going to be SSRs, which is a little different. But again, if you want to fill out your collection, this is an awesome way to do it. In fact, one of the things I plan to do today as we're opening is try to keep track of them all to see if I can actually get maybe a full set of rares from one box. I don't know if it's possible, but we're going to find out. Okay, so just one second. So yeah, what I want to do to save a lot of time, because there's 30 of these packs to go through, is I don't want to have to cut each one of them on camera, but I'll show you the code for the pack there. It's WMKB001, and yeah, otherwise this is a Kayou Hero Battle set. And what these are TCG cards. So this is an actual TCG game with hidden information and complex rules and all that kind of stuff. And it's been running for about 5 years in China. It's officially licensed as well. So these aren't bootleg cards. These are licensed cards. And in fact, the secondary market for these cards is huge. These are really easy to sell, at least the good ones, very easy to sell to other collectors because anyone wants these in their collection. They're just another licensed Marvel card to them. So yeah, what we're going to do here is I'm going to pause and just cut the tops off every single one of these packs like that. And I'm not going to look in them or anything, but that way we can just kind of go through them a lot faster once I come back. So I'm going to pause here, cut those all, and I'll come back when we're almost done, okay? I'll see you in a minute. Cutting the last pack here. I haven't looked at any cards yet, I promise. But yeah, now they're all cut, so we don't have to worry about that. We'll put them over here. Start taking a look at what's in them. So, a lot of garbage in this hobby. It's an unfortunate side effect. Okay, and then fortunately, because these are lower end cards, they won't have the foil treatment that the rares do in the 5 yuan boxes. So I'm less interested in these rares, so I don't need to sleeve all of the rares as we go. I can let them go unsleeved. But yeah, we'll take a look at them anyway. Wow, they come out very crisp, not curved at all. That's nice, considering how old these are. But here is, what is that? So I'm trying to get the number on there. I think that's 3. So that's 3. Or 83, that's 80. Here is 101. Yeah, like I said, they use movie art. So, and there's these odd, there's an odd set of cards that is just headshots basically of each character. So we're gonna have those as well. Here's a rare Nebula, looking good. What number is that? 86. I'm just trying to put them in order as I pull them so that we can know what we're getting there. There's an SR of Ronin. And I think that is actually Corvus, now the Magician one. And that's an SSR. So like I said, SSR is going to be kind of the normal hits that we're looking at here. There will be a few higher tier cards than that in this box, hopefully. But for the most part, SSR is our hit level here. And here we go again. Oh, we got a nice SR of Captain Marvel. Already pulling dupes. I'll go ahead and just stack dupes over here so you can kind of get an idea of how many there are. There's going to be a lot. Another head and a Groot. That is 84, so it'll go in between like that. And as I said, these are TCG cards, so the backs are exactly the same on all of them. All of the releases over the years have had the exact same card back, so you can mix and match and build. You can build a deck using these head cards or the more modern comic book cards. And I actually did a whole video translating the rules of how to play this game, but the basic concept is you've got an attack and defense value here, and then there's some, you keep the cards flipped over and your enemy has to choose which one they want to attack. There's actually quite a bit of strategy in how the game is played, almost a little bit like Pokemon TCG, the way the cards move around the board. Not exactly though. It's a nice Iron Man SR. And like I said, this is all movie art in here. So these are images from the films. Here is a rare. I really can't read the numbers on these. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. Now you'll see that there are multiples of some of the characters, but they have different poses. And that's just because, in a TCG, you want slightly different values. This one has more defense, this one has more attack. So depending on how you're building your deck, you might choose one or the other, or both if you want to make a Hulk focus deck. Very nice. Oh, we got an SR of Iron Spider. Oh, beautiful. I didn't know that was in the set, but now I'm ecstatic that I have this. This is amazing. So that's Fat Thor. How crazy is that? Oh man, I kind of want to build a Fat Thor deck now. Oh, that is awesome. That is seriously very cool. I'm putting that right there, in fact. So I hope you can see now why people open these cards. They're fun and they are look great. They look really good. And you have to remember these are low end 2 UN cards. So each of these packs costs about 30 cents or so at retail, something like that. I mean the translation of money is always a little tough, but about that. I'm just gonna grab some tea here. I am drinking hibiscus tea today. My wife made that tea herself from hibiscus that we grow in our own garden, so it's pretty nice. Ooh, got a nebula face. There, nice War Machine. Captain America. And there's a Groot SR. And another SR here. So you see, not every pack has an SSR in it even. So we're going to be pulling a lot of the lower end cards. But I'll do my best to keep them sorted. And again, we're trying to get, like as complete of a set as possible from this one box, mostly just to see if we even can. It's happy. Kind of a strange one to get, but again, like the set has a little bit of everything, right? You can build a deck with happy if you want. What's that? This is a dupe again. A dupe. And we have an SSR Black Panther. That looks awesome. And I really am just shocked at how perfectly crisp these cards are coming out of the pack. Usually these older boxes are going to have a lot of curved cards in them, just because they've been sitting in a warehouse with moisture for a long time. But in this case, these are coming out really nice. I'm very happy with them, in fact. Who is that? I honestly don't know who that is. Maybe I missed part. I don't know. I don't remember that from the Avengers movie at all. I remember that guy, of course. He's fun. And there's Rocket. It's great images, right, on the cards. Just very, very good looking artwork on here, even though it is, movie art. I don't usually like movie art, but in this case, it's actually not bad. It's not bad. It's done well. It's presented well. And I like some of the creativity, right? And the breadth of characters. The fact that you can get a Fat Thor, like, how cool is that? That's super cool. So here is SR. Another SR. Now we have a Captain Marvel. Black Panther. Here is a dupe of Hulk. And then an Ant-Man. So you really can play out the entire movie. I mean, because it's based on the fourth movie, all of the Avengers were in that movie, right? Like Wasp, every single one pretty much. I mean, there's a couple that weren't there, of course, but for the most part, it had almost everyone. Now we're just going to be pulling dupes. Get ready. I want to make sure. Okay, no, let me keep the Black Panthers near each other. That'll make it a little bit easier for me to find the dupes as we go. Here's a Mantis and then a Captain Marvel SSR. Just a beautiful treatment on that card. It looks very nice. All right. Another pack. Like I said, pre-cutting them is a great way to save a lot of time on these videos. This would have been a really long video if I hadn't have done that. Oh, do I already have this? I guess not. I guess we had a Ronin before we didn't have that. Okay, we definitely have these two though. We have War Machine and we have Captain America. So our dupe pile is getting very high, but I mean, I kind of knew that was going to happen. When you open these lower end boxes, they will have quite a lot of dupes. Now, on the other hand, you don't pay very much. So I think I paid like $11 or maybe even less for that box. And that's for everything, right? You're going to get 30 packs, 6 cards in each pack. And we are getting some good cards. We're getting some SSRs out of there. I'll go ahead and comp if we get like a UR or something, but most of the URs in this set will pretty easily sell for about $5 or $6. So if we get a couple URs and maybe something better, we can easily pay for this box. In fact, the last 5 UN box I opened was also from Avengers, like this. And it had over $100 of cards in it, with an MR and a bunch of SGRs and just some very crazy looking cards. A couple URs. But as a result, I mean, that box paid for itself 3 or 4 times over. It was pretty awesome to open that one up. So here is her. Oh, it's so hard to keep this organized. I'm gonna try. I'm trying my hardest. But this might just turn into chaos here as we go. Oh, another nebula. That's a different nebula. Yeah. Let me right there. Black Panther. There's Nebula. And we have Wasp and Rocket on the SR. I feel like we're definitely going to get a full set of SRs out of this box. Or very, very close. Is that a new head? There's a lot of these head cards. There's so many more than I thought. Oh, here's the third Black Panther. So for most of the characters, there's going to be 3 variants at the rare level. But that's not always true. Like some will have more. Iron Man will have like probably 10 variants. He's a very popular character. But most characters will get at least 3. Here is another Ronin. I guess we can put that there. Yeah. Okay. And here is the SR version, which is an alternate of that SR. So those 2 SRs. Oh wow, the Sorceress Supreme. Oh, how awesome. This is, I'm running out of room, as you can see, very quickly. I might have to pause and like redo this a different way to try to keep it a little better organized. But I'll do my best here. Maybe we'll go through one more pack and then maybe we'll pause. Well, it's all dupes. Oh, even the SSR is a dupe. Oof, that was a pack full of dupes. Now the SSRs are worth $2 or $3 each, so even as a dupe, I will, I will hold on to that SSR for sure. I'm gonna just keep going. I thought I was gonna try to pause and redo this, but I can't think of a better way to do it. So we're gonna see if we can just keep piling cards on here. Here's a Thor. Oh, and another Thor. That's the one of the rares of Thor. Here's another Iron Man. So that's 3 different rare Iron Mans. Captain America. Oh, War Machine. We didn't have that War Machine yet. And that is like one of the Chitauri people, right? One of the people that makes a deal with Thanos. Sorry, those faces, they make the camera not want to focus. Sorry, this table is getting crazy, but there's a lot of cards in this box. I need like twice the table space. Okay, I need to pause and redo this because I'm completely out of room. I'm going to pause. I'm going to figure something out, and I'll be right back. I'm back. So the plan is we're going to take the rares out and lay them on the table. We're going to stack the other cards up here, and then we're going to look at all those last. So we're just going to have rares out to start with. I think it'll work. And so the way I've organized it now is by team symbols. So you'll notice each one has a team symbol, so we can put the cards there and hopefully still kind of keep track of dupes a little bit, but it's going to get tough. That's a dupe. And yeah, so these are SRs, so they will go here, and this will go there. So that is a dupe. So quite a few dupes here. Dupe, dupe. Yep, dupe. And then we have an SR and an SSR. And don't worry, we're going to look at the SSRs a little closer later. I just kind of want to get the rares out on the table first, because they are sort of the hardest cards to organize, because there's just so many of them. It's a dupe, and these are dupes. And it's going to be a lot of dupes anyway, so we'll go pretty fast, I hope. Or I'm going to try to go fast. I'm not actually very good at going fast. So that is a dupe. It's a dupe, and our face is a dupe. So our dupe pile is pretty high already. It's almost the size of like a regular deck of cards. So you kind of have to be ready for that. If you're getting a set like this, you're pulling a lot of dupes. It's going to happen. That we have, these we have. Hey, we got a Thanos. We'll look at that later though. Still trying to just get through these as best I can here. All dupes there. If we move this, we can move those out of the way and have a little bit more room even. Yeah, so like I said, these TCG cards are pretty interesting. There's been 5 full releases over the years, and you know, at different price levels. So there's usually a 1 yuan level, a 2, a 5, and then they put out 10 yuan sets, but they are usually like a reprint set. So they call those J boxes, and they're very small boxes, but they're pretty expensive because they are reprints and have every card in them. Could have every card in them, and they usually have a CR inside of them too, which can be worth quite a lot of money if you get it to the point, like, you know, $100 or more for a CR. They can be worth quite a lot. Even the MRs can get into the hundreds of dollars if you pull the right character. You need to get exactly the right character. There's another Captain America. It's Captain Marvel. Already have that. Iron Man we have. And then an S2 SRs. There is Captain Marvel. Oh, all dupes again, sorry. When you get to the bottom of a box like this, it will start to be just dupes and nothing else. It's kind of an unfortunate side effect of buying the cheaper packs, is you get a lot more of these lower end cards and therefore end up with a ton of dupes. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is all dupes, which is nice. It makes it fast to go through. But I love those. I love how creative that set of head cards is. I don't know how else to label those. Here's an SSR. And yeah, I don't know, if you have a better idea for organizing a large volume of cards like this on the table, let me know. This is what I came up with. but it might not be the best way. Like I said, we're going to look at all of these rares, and then we'll pull them off the table and go through the SRs. So you'll still see all of those. Oh, it's Ant-Man. I guess we didn't have that one yet. Still pulling a new card every once in a while. Two more SRs. Okay, and this is our last pack. I don't think we've pulled any MRs or anything like that, which is fine. I mean, you know, they're going to be rare. Looks like we got an SGR, though. That's kind of cool. So I think we got maybe 2 SGRs in the whole box. But like I said, we're going to go through it all now and find out for sure. Okay, so there's the rares. Let me just maybe dedupe this pile. Looks pretty big. I bet there's a lot of dupes in here. There's one. There's one. There's one, and there's one. There's actually quite a few Black Panther cards. I don't even think we got close to a full set of rares, though. There's a lot of missing rares here. But let's just go through them once quick and take a look at them all. I love Korg. I still don't remember who that is, but apparently they were an Avenger because they have the Avenger symbol on their card. We just looked at the Black Panthers. Got some Captain Americas, 3 different Iron Mans. Yeah, like I said, Iron Man's a popular one, so you're going to get a lot of Iron Man and a lot of Hulk. Okay, so there are the rares that aren't heads. And these are the rares that are heads. I wish these were a different rarity level, maybe like RH or something, just so that we would have something else to call them. But they're basically just headshots. Wong and Captain America. Nice. All right, so why don't we go through the SRs then? And now that we don't have rares on the table, I think I can actually spread them out, maybe like all the way, but we'll find out here. There's a Ronin, a Mantis, Drax, Hulk. That's a pretty cool Hulk because he's got the Infinity Gauntlet on. It's like they're very similar cards. You'd almost think they were the same person. That's a joke. Iron Spider, Fat Thor. This is actually a dupe of Fat Thor, but I'm going to go ahead and sleeve it anyway. It just seems like such a cool looking card. Yeah, there's a person I talked to on Instagram who's always bugging me to get pictures of Doctor Strange, Dr. Stephen Strange. So there's a Doctor Strange SR for you. I don't think we pulled any better Strange cards today. Any Stranger cards? No. This one's neat. That's the like one of the Bruiser guys, I think, that worked with Thanos. There's Wasp, and Bucky. And there's a dupe. And that is Thanos. So Thanos I will sleeve because part of my personal collection is Thanos cards. So I love Thanos cards. Put that right there. I'm making like a carpet of cards, but I still don't think we're going to be able to fit them all. There's a dupe. Here is Black Panther, Wong, Valkyrie, Groot, Hulk, Captain Marvel, Wong again. There's Fat Thor. We'll put that in the dupe pile because we do have a couple of them now. Here's another bad guy. Dupe. Mantis, Drax. There's a Rocket. A War Machine. I guess we didn't have a War Machine yet. Oh, it's a little bit glare. I think I can still leave it there. I'm gonna have to. I don't have a lot of room. Another Wong. We have. We're gonna have to pile these up. Sorry, those are non-dupes there. Sorceress Supreme. That's a dupe. That's a dupe. A dupe. This is a different Wasp, so there are actually two Wasp SRs, I guess. Valkyrie. Ronin. God, the second Hawkeye. Two Hawkeyes. Third Hulk. So we got a lot of duplicate SRs too. I mean, that dupe pile is very high over there right now. And we have, this is the other one, right? Why am I not spotting this? I guess we didn't, maybe we don't have a Widow yet. There's a Widow. Iron Spider. Second Captain Marvel. And then an Iron Man. Perfect. Hey, we had just enough room for them all. So there's all of the SRs that we got in that box. And again, these are all the unique SRs. So a pretty good set of cards. And again, if you're just interested in the trading card artwork, you know, these would make excellent additions to your collection for sure. But I'll go ahead now and pile these up so we can look at the hits that we pulled. I'll put timestamps in the video too so that you can skip to where the good hits are, because I know most people just want to watch the hits and don't really care about the rares. It's a great treatment on the SRs too. I really like the way Kayou did that. And again, these are fully licensed cards, so there's no legal problems or anything with selling them or buying them. Fully licensed. Although I've heard a rumor, actually from a YouTube commenter, so I have no idea if it's true or not, but I heard a rumor that Kayou lost the license to Marvel. I'm not sure why they would have lost that, because they do an awesome job with it. But at the same time, I haven't seen anything new come out from them, so it's possible. So here's an SGR. You can see there's a G. What that means is it's an alternate art version. So there's two versions of this card. There's an SSR version and the SGR version. They have the same character art, but they have different background artwork. So the SGRs always have this kind of wild background art. So here we got a few different Scarlet Witch. That Black Panther. Oh, that's the SGR. Okay, I was like, that Black Panther looks amazing. It's the SGR. So there, now you can kind of see what I was talking about. So here's a Black Panther SSR and SGR, and you can see the character is the same image, but the backgrounds are different. Otherwise, they're, you know, the same card. They even have the exact same rules on them. And Kayou considers those alternate art versions. They don't consider these two unique different cards. Although to a collector, they would be, of course, unique. So there's our big hits. Unfortunately, you know, again, it was a very cheap box, so we didn't get any MRs or anything like that. It's possible that we still made our money back just from those two SGRs. I can pause here and I'll look those up for you and see if that's true. And I'll be right back. I'm back. It's very close. So you know, there's a lot of variety on these. Like that card sells from anywhere between $1 and $11, with 11 being kind of an outlier. So I think it's more like $1 or $2. And then the Black Panther is 3 to 5. This one is like 5 or 6. So you do pay for the box, but it would be very close, and you have to ship and everything and the work of listing it. So I'm honestly not, maybe you don't actually pay for this box. It's probably a wash. But I do want to just show you again how many unique cards we got. These are all unique SRs, and these are all unique rares. So we deduped all of that, and then these are the duplicates that we pulled. So it's a lot. A lot of dupes that you're going to get when you open a box like that, but that's kind of a reason that I don't recommend the lower end boxes for collectors. They're fine if you're just trying to like give packs out to your kids for an allowance or something. They're actually perfect for that. But if you're trying to collect, I would really only use these low-end boxes to fill in your collection, because you will get a lot of rares, so you will get pretty much all the rares that are in the set. So that gives you a good chance to fill it all in for yourself. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the video and learned a little bit more about Hero Battle. Again, I hope they kept that license, because I really would love to see a 6th series come out. But if not, I have quite a bit of it here, so we'll still be able to open this for a while yet. But you know, eventually I will run out if Kayou doesn't keep making more. So let's hope they do. All right, have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.